did you gain an interest in music?
Well, being from New Orleans, music was all around me. So the city definitely turned me on to music. And then my family. My dad is a pastor, and our church was very musical. So gospel music also was early on for me a big influence and kind of gave me my love for music.
How long would you estimate that you've actually been doing the music, whether it be in the church or your own like solo projects?
Um, well, like professionally, I'd say 15 years. I started at 15, like my first placement on a Men of Standard album when I was 15 years old, and still doing it. So 15 years later, man, still in this business.
How does it feel to still be able to say 15 years later, you're still doing what a lot of people that started out with you 15 years ago didn't last in?
I mean, I just feel blessed, man. I feel that music and being able to write music, perform music is a gift. It's a gift that's given, and I'm always grateful, and I never take it for granted that I'm able to do this. Not only just because I love it, but I'm able to do it and take care of my family, and take care of myself. So I just feel blessed and grateful.
How do you think your music has the ability to change a culture of people in an age bracket to where the words that you say are able to change people's lives or influence them or build up self-esteem?
Well, I just try to stay true to myself, and I just pray that the message that comes from my own story and the stories that I see around my life inspires others. I mean, I try not to get preachy or try to force it. I just try to tell the truth, and I think when you tell real stories, a lot of us, I've been all around the world, and most people go through a lot of the same things. So I think when I'm able to talk about my story, that it just relates to people and hopefully inspires them, in one way or the other.
So, being that you are originally from the church world, how do you explain whenever you're doing what I consider love music to people who would only accept you in the church world?
Um, well, I don't explain at all. I mean, I let the music speak. I let the music speak for itself. I think at this point, anybody who is denying that a love song represents real life, um, it makes me wonder how babies are even made. How
Right,
I even got here. If my dad was listening to Amazing Grace, when he was with my mother.
right. It would be
So
awkward.
I just think it's real life, man. And I think anybody who's denying that is probably in denial of themselves, and of true life. So I used to explain, and I got to a point where I felt like I didn't have to explain anymore. I would just let my work speak for itself. And I think it's just a reflection of real life. People fall in love. People, are attracted to people. People have bad days. They have good days. So I just talk about real life, and from my perspective. And so I don't explain anymore.
Right. So we recently learned about Morton Records.
hmm
When did you form it, and what was the motive behind it?
Well, just recently formed. My last record deal with Young Money. I asked to be released from the label, and when I was trying to figure out the next thing I wanted to do, and I knew it was this live record that I was going to work on. I said, let me go back to my independent roots and create a house for projects that I am passionate about, and projects that I feel like the world should know about. So I decided to start Morton Records, and I just wanted to be a home for dope music, for great ideas and creative people. So it's just recently formed last year, and yeah, I'm looking forward to putting some things out on it. The first album being this new live album, Live Show Killer.
Cool. Who are some of the your most favorite artists, whether it be current or in the past, that you've had an opportunity to work with?
Well, Stevie Wonder's at the top of my list. Um, you said to work with, or that I've already worked with?
That you've already worked with.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Stevie Wonder definitely is at the top of my list. I mean, everybody who I work with, Tweet, Adam Levine, Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite rappers. Lil Wayne gave me my first major record deal. I've been blessed enough to be around people who are at the top of their game and the best at what they do. Jasmine Sullivan, who's one of my favorite singers. Being able to work, I've been able to work with friends who I'm fans of. So yeah, all of them. But that's just to name a few.
What was the experience working with Mr. Stevie Wonder?
Well, we actually weren't in the same room when we worked on Only One together. I
Okay.
met him. Yeah, we sat down and talked about the song and talked to each other. And then I actually went on tour when he was able to record it. So we had to email back and forth. But
Okay.
even just that, even getting that email back of his file of what he recorded, I might as well have been in the room with him because I was just blown away, and I just couldn't believe that one of my dreams had come true, and I was working with the Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Yeah.
Who are some of your influences?
Well, my dad was probably my first influence, in church, and his singing is amazing. And Stevie Wonder, for sure. The Winans were early influence. And then, like, Al Green and James Taylor, the Beatles, Prince, Al Green, did I say Al Green? Donny Hathaway. My influences come from all ends of the spectrum. I was into folk music, I was into pop music, I was into R&B music, gospel music. So I've been influenced. I guess there's no mistake. I'm from New Orleans. It's like a gumbo of
Right.
stuff that I've put together to make me who I am.
Who are some of the artists? I know you mentioned Jasmine Sullivan. Who are some of the artists that you are listening to in today's generation?
Yeah, like you said, Jasmine, her last record is amazing, I think. My friend Emily King, who just put out an album that's amazing. The band The Internet just came out with a new album that I am loving. Alabama Shake's new album is incredible. It's actually a lot of cool music that's happening right now. Kalani just put out a record. My New Orleans homeboy Pell, this new rapper, is putting out some incredible music. So I always have that's the way I stay inspired and stay fresh in what I do. I'm always listening to what's happening and what people are working on.
Okay. Going back a little bit to, I guess, one of your early introductions to the business, as I would say. How were you introduced to Maroon 5?
When Maroon 5 came along, I was one of my friends was coming in as a music director, Adam Blackstone. He was coming in as a music director for Maroon 5's next tour, and they were looking for a keyboard player / singer, and he called me and felt like I would be a good fit. I had been a fan of Maroon 5's early work already, so they flew me down to Los Angeles, and I sat with them and played some songs with them, and yeah, that's 5 years later now. I'm still rolling with the band and have seen a lot of success with the band, and it's been amazing for me, just as friends on a personal level, those guys, and also for my career, it's been amazing.
Right. How does this new CD that is about to hit stores and internet and kill the billboards differ from your New Orleans CD?
Well, one of the main differences is that it's a live album. It's been 7 years since I did my first live album, and it's important for me to balance because I'm also working on a studio album that will be out early next year, I hope. But it's important for people to know that I'm a musician and that I'm a live performer, and that's what I really do. So I wanted to do another live record for my old fans and for my new fans who weren't hip to the live album 7 years ago, and show them that this is what I really do. It's a 15-piece band. I had a string orchestra and horns and all of this stuff, and that's really my comfort zone, being able to sit down, play, and sing, and do what I do. So it's different from New Orleans in that way. There are some songs from New Orleans on this live album. It was important for me to do songs that my fans were already familiar with because I wanted to capture the excitement and the vibe that we have when I'm performing a live show. So I didn't want to do new songs where people didn't know the songs. I wanted to capture that feeling. And yeah, it came out amazing, and I'm really excited for people to hear it and see it. The DVD, which I've never done before, a live DVD, and the live album.
What made you want to do a DVD of this particular concert?
Well, I never captured a visual of what we do. I think what I do live, and not just me, but the audience participation and how we react to each other, I think it's such a unique thing. And I wanted to show people what that looked like and what that felt like. So I thought it was time to capture that and let it live forever, so people can always go to that and see what PJ was like performing and doing his thing on stage. So I wanted to capture that.
Right. So cover songs that you've done, like the Cheers theme or the Golden Girls theme, are these shows that you probably watched years ago?
I did watch them, but really what it was is when I was first learning how to play piano, and I learned by ear. I didn't learn how to read music. And those TV show themes were my teachers. I would sit at the piano and play along with those TV show themes, and that helped me to learn how to play piano. So, and those songs were so well written to me. They were so short, but they were able to capture our attention. So when I started to do live shows, I thought like Cheers, Where Everybody Knows Your Name, or Thank You for Being a Friend. These are songs that really resonate live because people, it connects us even more because these are songs that we know so well and that we heard over and over as these TV shows came on. So I love my TV show themes.
Right. Who were some of the artists or guest features you were able to have?
On this live album, I brought Tweet back for Love You More, one of the favorites of my supporters. So I brought Tweet in for that, and I also brought Molly Music in for We Flipped Heavy, and I brought my boy Molly Music, who I feel is one of the new true artists who will be around for a long, long time, and he killed it. So just Molly and Tweet for this album. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Performing is what I do. So being able to put out this live album and then letting people come and experience it live is the ultimate for me.
Right. What is the ultimate message that you would like the listeners to take from this particular project?
Well, love is always my reigning thing that I want to be put across, but also individuality, being exactly who you are. I think when people see me on stage, and me and my band, because I couldn't do it without my band, The Crusade, but the way we have fun and enjoy what we're doing, I think that's what this is all about. That's what life is all about, enjoying and being exactly who you were purposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So I want that to come across for sure.
Cool. A little bit on the other side of things for a quick second. What are your views or your concerns about the things that are going on in the world now regarding all of these deaths and killings and church burnings and things of that sort?
I think it's crazy. I mean, I can't believe that I'm living in a time where it looks the same as when I used to watch footage from the '60s, and like, um, I, I think it's a horrible thing, and I think that we need to take action. I'm ready to take action. I also want to take action with my art. Some of the songs that I'm working on for this next thing, I want to make sure that I address that stuff, and be a part of this. Um, but all we can do is pray, and all we can do is within our rights. Um, show people that we're not going to stand for this, and I'm down for the cause, and I think we need to take some real action, and and get this equality going. I think it's a shame that we still hate each other for the color of our skin. That's just such an old concept that we should be past, I think. Well, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have put out a single on this. I just, it's just, you have to give people a taste of what's going on. But I would like this project to really be looked at as one body of work, because it's a show that runs together and go. It's not supposed to be separated in that way. It's all one thing.
Right.
But I Need Your Love is a favorite live, and one that we always have fun playing live. So I thought as a clip and as something, an excerpt from it, I could put out I Need Your Love and show people, what we're doing at least, and give them a taste of what's happening.